It was the night before Valentine's Day, and Alex found himself in a complete panic. He had just realized he forgot to buy a gift for his girlfriend Emma. His heart dropped. Valentine's Day was supposed to be the day he showed her how much he loved her. But now, with less than 24 hours left, he had nothing to give her. What do you do when you're running out of time and the person you love deserves the world? Alex was about to find out that even a last-minute gift could turn into the most meaningful gesture of his life. It was the night before Valentine's Day, and Alex was in full panic mode. He stood in the middle of his apartment, his mind racing. The realization had hit him like a ton of bricks. He had completely forgotten about Valentine's Day. He had no gift for Emma, his girlfriend of 2 years, and worse, he had no idea how he was going to make it up to her. Alex had always been the type of person who thrived on last-minute decisions. Deadlines, meetings, and appointments often found themselves squeezed into his already packed schedule. But Valentine's Day? That was supposed to be different. That was supposed to be special. And yet, here he was, staring at his phone in disbelief, scrolling through his reminders app, where the Valentine's Day gift reminder had popped up with a big red exclamation mark. It was almost 10 p.m. He had nothing. "Come on, Alex, think," he muttered under his breath as he raked his hands through his messy hair. He had been planning to buy a gift, but work had piled up, and suddenly the day had snuck up on him. Now he had a problem. Stores were closing, online deliveries wouldn't arrive in time, and Emma, the woman he loved, would be expecting something special. As he paced back and forth, his mind was a blur. What do you even get for the woman who seemed to have everything? They had been together for 2 years, and he knew how important this day was to her. Valentine's Day wasn't just about flowers or chocolates. It was a celebration of their love and the moments they had shared. Alex had to get this right. His eyes landed on the coffee table, where a small pile of books rested. He remembered a conversation they had a few months ago when Emma had excitedly mentioned a book that she had been searching for, the limited edition of her favorite novel. It was a rare first edition signed by the author, and she had been desperately trying to find it for months. At the time, Alex had noted it in the back of his mind, thinking he would get it for her someday. But now, someday had arrived, and he realized he couldn't afford to wait. Emma had been talking about that book enthusiastically, almost as if it was her most prized possession, yet she had never been able to find it. She had even mentioned once that the book was out of print, and the chances of finding a copy were slim. Alex knew that if he could somehow get that book for her, it would be the perfect Valentine's Day gift. Without wasting another second, he grabbed his phone and started searching online, praying that a bookstore still had it in stock. He checked major online retailers, rare bookshops, and local stores. Hours seemed to pass, and every site showed that the book was either out of stock or sold out altogether. His heart sank with each new search result. But then, as if by fate, a small local bookstore in the city had the exact book he was looking for. A glance at the time showed that the store was open until midnight. Without hesitating, Alex grabbed his coat, bundled up, and headed out the door, hoping he wasn't too late. The race against time. The streets were eerily quiet as Alex made his way to the bookstore. His heart pounded in his chest, not from the cold, but the nervous excitement. He could see the bookstore's glowing sign in the distance, and a sense of relief washed over him. But as he approached, he realized there was a line of people waiting outside. "No way," Alex muttered under his breath. He couldn't afford to wait in line. He glanced at his watch. There were only 30 minutes until midnight. If he didn't get that book now, his chances of finding a gift in time would be ruined. Determined, Alex joined the line, his hands clenched tightly around his phone. Every minute felt like an eternity as the line moved slowly, but Alex didn't lose hope. He had come too far to back out now. When his turn finally came, he rushed to the counter, barely able to contain his excitement. "Do you have the rare edition of The Last Song by Rachel Andrews?" Alex asked breathlessly. The cashier, a woman in her late 20s, smiled. "We do. You're in luck. We have just one copy left. Let me grab it for you." Alex felt a wave of relief as the cashier disappeared into the back of the store. His eyes scanned the shelves as he stood there, barely believing his luck. He had found the book. He could already picture Emma's face when she opened it tomorrow. Minutes later, the cashier returned with the book. She handed it to Alex with a grin. "Here you go. It's all wrapped up for you." Alex paid quickly, feeling an overwhelming sense of gratitude. As he left the store, clutching the precious gift, he couldn't help but smile. He had done it. He had found the perfect Valentine's Day gift for Emma, and it was everything she had wanted. The morning of Valentine's Day. When Alex arrived home, it was nearly 1 a.m. He set the book on the coffee table, his heart still racing from the whirlwind adventure. He was exhausted, but he knew he had to make everything perfect. He wasn't going to let all that effort go to waste. He sat down at his desk and pulled out a piece of stationery. He carefully wrote a heartfelt note to Emma, expressing his love for her and how much she meant to him. The words came easily, and as he wrote, he thought back to all the moments they had shared, the late-night talks, the quiet walks, the times when they had supported each other through thick and thin. He felt a deep sense of connection with her, and he knew that this Valentine's Day would be one they would both remember forever. Finally, as the clock struck 7 a.m., Alex slipped the book and note into a beautiful gift bag and placed it on Emma's pillow. She would wake up to a surprise, a gift that was more than just material. It was a symbol of how much he cared. The big reveal. When Emma woke up, the first thing she noticed was the beautiful gift bag resting on her pillow. Her eyes widened in surprise. She had been expecting flowers or chocolates. Those were the typical Valentine's Day gifts, right? But this was something entirely different. She picked up the bag and pulled out the book, her face lighting up with disbelief. "Oh my God, Alex, how did you?" she gasped. Alex watched her, his heart swelling with pride. "I remembered you telling me about it, and I couldn't let another day go by without getting it for you. I know how much it means to you." Tears welled up in Emma's eyes as she hugged the book to her chest. "I can't believe you remembered. I've been looking for this book for so long, and you actually got it for me. You're amazing." Alex smiled, feeling an overwhelming sense of love. "Happy Valentine's Day, Emma. I love you more than words can say." The true meaning of love. It wasn't the perfect timing or the expensive gift that made this Valentine's Day unforgettable. It was the thought, the effort, and the love that Alex had poured into the gesture. In that moment, Emma knew that Alex had gone out of his way to make her feel cherished, just as he always did. And that, more than anything, was what truly made the gift special. Sometimes, love isn't about grand gestures or perfect timing. It's about making someone feel seen, heard, and valued. Alex had done that, even in the last minute. And that's what made their Valentine's Day the best one yet. As Valentine's Day approaches, remember that the most meaningful gifts don't always come with a hefty price tag or perfect timing. They come from the heart. Take a moment to show your loved ones how much they mean to you, even in the smallest of ways. It's the thought, the effort, and the love behind the gift that truly matters. So, what are you waiting for? Make this Valentine's Day one to remember.